Viewers, some breaking news coming in as far as the air ambulance crash is concerned. Last night, a Ranchi-Delhi air ambulance went off radar after handover to Kolkata ATC. It lost contact as the aircraft flew over Jharkhand's Latehar-Palamu region, and hours later, authorities confirmed the aircraft had crashed in Chatra district. Now, as per the latest breaking, 7 people were on board. All the 7 members, including the patient, has been killed in the crash. The aircraft belonged to a Delhi-based non-scheduled operator, Redbird. This is not the first time that aircraft has crashed and lives have been lost. The first Redbird crash was reported in October 2023. Approximately 100 feet, CFI experienced engine power loss. Aircraft banked to the right and abruptly left to the left. And aircraft crashed 395 meters from Baramati Airport, where recently Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar also lost his life in a crash landing. In fact, the second crash was in the same month in 2023 in October at the same Baramati Airport. In fact, the aircraft took off normally from Baramati Airport, and at approximately 3,000 feet, it experienced engine power loss. An attempt of emergency landing resulted in toppling of the aircraft. And the recent incident before the Ranchi crash was reported in December last year. The flight instructor and trainee on board the plane reported loss of RPM at 75% power, which resulted in aircraft being struck at a power cable. In fact, the instructor sustained minor injuries. Meanwhile, trainee pilot sustained serious fractures. This particularly shows that the engine failure, technical snag and crash landing is nothing new for the Redbird, which is now coming in under the scanner. The documents are raising serious questions on Redbird Aviation, and questions are to be answered by the aircraft owning company. Multiple cases have been reported as far as lapses in this particular aircraft is concerned. Redbird, that is an air ambulance. In fact, as for the latest, all the 7 in the recent crash have been killed. Harsha joins me for more on this. Harsha, this is not the first time that this aircraft has been involved in these issues or incidents or tragedies. There have been multiple incidents that have come to light. Help us understand where the scrutiny lies now.
So, Priyanka, it's very important for everyone to understand that how this particular charter company was running. And since 2023 to 2025, multiple discrepancies have been, noticed, and they have been reported in this particular aviation company charters. They have flown to multiple locations, but multiple times there was crash landings, multiple times there was engine failure. We have the prelim reports of the month of 2023 and 2025, back-to-back years when the aircraft actually crashed and different locations. In some, it was a minor injury to the people who were on board, and sometimes it was the critical injuries to the people who were on board. And multiple times it has been stated that how safety concerns were raised in regards to this particular charter company, Redbird Aviation, and they are not only into providing the charter planes, they're also into the business of flight training. And then also it has been reported that in the year 2023, in the year 2025, there was major discrepancy, major safety concerns in this particular aircraft. But still, reports came out. There were prelim reports, there were the DGCA reports, there were the regulatory bodies who had slapped multiple times fine and taken action on the Redbird. But still, this particular company managed to cross each and every protocol and still was taking the people on different locations. And it was also how this particular company was in work. The charter was being provided not only by different link to the vendors in the state, but through different state bodies as well. The charter was being provided for to the elite people, to the influential people. The charter was being provided to passengers. The charter was being provided for the air ambulance, if anyone needs air ambulance in different hospitals, in different locations as well. And we have seen that multiple times, whatever the abnormalities were reported in the year 2023-2025, the DGC took cognizance maintenance of it, and also told the the founders of the plane that they have to ensure that MEL is fine. They have to ensure that there's no engine popular issue in the aircraft. Multiple times the reports have been given to them, the action has been taken, but still the Redbird Aviation violated several norms and protocols of the CAR rules, and this is the reason why today when the crash happened, none of the people who were on board in this particular charter ambulance, they are alive. In the past, we have seen that the crash landings have happened. There were hard landings, there were suspected hard landings, there were crash landings, there were safety issues, but there were minor injuries or the critical injuries to the people who were on board. But in this matter, what we are looking at is that the crash was so severe that none of the people, none of the passengers who were on board, are alive. Be it the paramedic, doctor, attendant, crew, flight in pilot in command, none of them are alive because of the gravity of the crash. And this was supposed to happen, Priyanka. The way they were violating the protocols continuously, the way they were under the behest of the officials of the
Right.
DGCA, the way they were being protected by the regulators also. That was the reason why today what has happened was supposed to happen one day, because they were continuously violating several norms since 2023
Right.
to till now, since the time this charter company was informed.
Okay. Harsha, thank you for giving us those details and explaining what exactly lies behind this particular history of multiple lapses in this particular airline and the air ambulance that has now finally resulted